Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a Pinterest Picks My Meal Plan video, which is something just fun that I came up with. I love Pinterest and I love any videos about Pinterest. We're gonna look on Pinterest together. I'll show you my screen and we're just gonna try to pick maybe 3 main meal recipes, maybe a dessert to make this week. And I think it'll be really fun. Pinterest is such a wealth of recipes and sometimes you do have to weed through the ones that are not so good for the ones that are good. So I'll show you how I choose my recipes off of Pinterest. We're gonna go shopping this afternoon, get all the ingredients for these Pinterest recipes, and then we will be good to go. And I will show you how they come out and my thoughts. If you love Pinterest too, then please tell me in the comments. So yeah, let's hop right into it. I will show you my screen now. All right, so welcome to my Pinterest. Here's my home screen. We've got lots of good stuff on here, some baby-led weaning, some smoothies, productivity hacks, letter writing. I just love the Pinterest home screen. I could scroll on here for years. I had some trouble earlier with my screen recording, so I already found the recipes that we're gonna make this week, and here they are. So firstly, buffalo chickpea vegan quesadillas. This is from one of my favorite YouTubers. She's vegan and she is just really cute. She's got a little apartment in New York City, and yeah, her name is Rainbow Plant Life. I can't remember her actual name, but I've been wanting to make this recipe for so long. I think it'll be really fun. So definitely gonna try this week because I think it'll be fun to show you guys how it came out as well. Okay, so the second recipe is gonna be this vegan roasted cauliflower Buddha bowl. And I love meals like this because they're really filling, like surprisingly filling, and also they're just really healthful feeling. They just always leave me feeling wonderful. So I think this is going to be delicious and really not too hard. I also have lettuce in my garden that needs to be picked and eaten, so this will be a good way to use it up. Thirdly, this recipe. How good does this look? Roasted lemon artichoke and browned butter pasta. Let's go into this because I haven't actually read through the ingredients. I just really trust this blog, and the picture was amazing. So it calls for marinated artichokes. Let's see, walnuts. Oh, burrata cheese. Yeah, don't have that, but I do have ricotta. They say that I can use that instead. So these are my 3 entree meals. So we've got quesadillas, which are more Mexican, even though these are like weird Mexican American, I don't know. We've got Buddha bowls, which are, I'd say they're hippie. And yeah, and then thirdly, we've got the lemon artichoke pasta. So I like the mixture of types of food we're getting. I just really do like to have a variety of types of food in my week. This is the 4th recipe that I found, and it's these lemon muffins. I was gonna do a dessert, but I don't know, I was looking at the desserts and they were not super exciting to me. So these muffins have some ricotta cheese in them, which is great because then I can use up that ricotta that I have. I've made muffins with ricotta in them before, and they were so light and fluffy and good. So yeah, those are my 3 dinner recipes and a muffin recipe for the week. And I'm gonna go shopping today. I'm gonna compile my grocery list based on those recipes, and I will show you how they come out throughout the week. So here you will see me starting to prep for the dinner this night, and I'm just getting some roasted vegetables going that will eventually be put into the pasta. I do usually like to get in a prep session in the afternoon, early afternoon, before starting to actually cook dinner, usually around 4 or 5. And that just makes it a lot simpler. I can take a break in between and it's just less stress. So tonight we are having the roasted artichoke and lemon pasta from Half Baked Harvest. Yeah, is that a cool thing? I just started prepping it, just all the things that needed to be thrown into a baking dish. And it was really simple. This recipe looks like it's gonna come together really quickly, which I appreciate. And it's also been really rainy today. It just cleared up, so it's nice to have something cozy and carby that just feels good on a rainy day. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, my bologna has a first name. It's B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Saffron, how do you spell bologna? E-A. E-A? This is fettuccine, Saffron. It's like spaghetti, but wider. You can eat that. What are we doing? You see yourself in there? Dinner is finished and cleaned up, and yeah, it was a really good meal. I enjoyed the artichokes in the pasta. That was something that I have never created before, and I liked the briny flavor that lended to the pasta. It was still a really light feeling pasta, even though there was quite a bit of oil and Parmesan, so it was a little bit deceiving, but it was a really nice springy pasta dish, I would say. It's not a new favorite, but it's something that I'm really glad that I tried, and it was really beautiful as well with the dollops of ricotta cheese on top. It was really a nice looking meal. Now we come to the lemon ricotta muffins. And I was excited to make this recipe because it's citrus season here in Arizona, and we do have some neighbors with a lemon tree. It's actually a Meyer lemon tree, and they told us we could pick lemons whenever we want. So I went out this day and picked some lemons with Saffron, and so we've got really fresh organic lemons, which is actually really nice if you are zesting, because traditional citrus is going to have some wax on it at the grocery store. So it is nice to get organic when possible if you are putting the zest into a recipe. So yeah, the flavor of the lemon was very subtle but yummy. I think I would add even more zest next time, but I really liked these muffins. They were just light and simple. So while those muffins were in the oven, I started on the vegan cheese sauce that goes on the buffalo chickpea quesadillas. And I actually didn't make these vegan because I had a dairy yogurt in the house anyway, and it called for a little bit of yogurt, so I just used what I had. It also has some salsa in it and just some different spices. You can look into the recipe if you're interested. Definitely unique, not something I've made before. It tasted pretty good, but just a little different. It was different. And then the muffins were ready, and they really came out perfectly. I was really happy with the browning level on the bottoms and the top. they were very tender and moist on the inside. And of course I had to bring a little muffin and tea to my husband, who is working from home, and he works really hard, so every once in a while I like to surprise him with a little tray like this when I make some baked goods in the afternoon. How good is that muffin? Best muffin you've ever had? Oh, that's so good. I'm glad to hear it. And now I had to make the actual sauce that was going to go onto the buffalo chickpeas. So there was a sauce that you cook the chickpeas in, and then there was the other cheese sauce that you spread onto the tortillas as you're cooking them. So there's two different sauces. This is the one that has the buffalo in it and some hot sauce as well. So now we're on to the actual assembly of the buffalo chickpea quesadillas, and it was pretty easy because I kind of did it all throughout the day. It was easy to throw together at night once it was time to eat. Yeah, it came out well, like it was supposed to, I think. But I'm still not sure how I feel about this meal. It was kind of it was like junk food in a fun way, but it wasn't really something I wanted to eat again as leftovers the next day. I kind of just wanted to be done with it after eating it once, so I don't know. It was interesting. It was fun to try anyway. Okay, are you here listening? I have a tip for you. Wow, I need to change this camera angle. Okay, now I'll just hunch a little bit. So if you're ever cutting cauliflower into florets, I actually had a babysitting job where I made roasted cauliflower like multiple times a week, and I learned how to cut a cauliflower by doing it wrong many, many times. So this is what you're working with, cauliflower. This is just cut in half. And the way that you should cut it is through these branches. You want to continuously cut in between the branches. So I'm gonna cut in between there this time, like this. And then, hard to tell, but I'll cut down in between there. You never wanna cut just above on the top here, because you're gonna end up bisecting a floret, and that's gonna create a lot of little shredded pieces that are gonna burn on the bottom of your pan. And they're tasty, but they're burned, and it's not really what you want. So since doing this, I really cannot believe the difference. It is a huge difference. Just, you'll end up with little pieces looking like this. Yeah, so just make sure you're cutting in between the branches every time, and you'll be good to go on your roasted cauliflower. Saffron and I were able to go outside, and I have some spring mix planted, which is really fun. I've never planted that before, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I also have a lot of red leaf lettuce, so I picked a bowl of both of those and I brought them inside to wash. The way I like to wash my lettuce, if it's really dirty lettuce, like from the garden, is I take my salad spinner, which I really recommend a salad spinner if you have garden lettuce, and then I fill it up with cold water. Sometimes I put ice cubes in there and I just let it swish around in there, soak for a little bit before draining it and then spinning it, and that makes it really crisp and fresh and super clean, because sometimes there are bugs and whatever on the lettuce and you don't want to be eating that, I don't think. Here, you want to eat some broccoli? Don't mind. You blow on it? Blow on it. Now we just get to the final assembly of the salad, and we start with a big bed of all of this fresh lettuce from the garden. It just feels so luxurious to have that lettuce out there to pick. And then there was some steamed broccoli, the roasted cauliflower. This recipe also called, you will see, for some sprinkled hemp hearts and sesame seeds. I happen to have hemp hearts in the freezer. It's a bit of a specialty / fad ingredient right now. You can totally skip those and maybe even put on some sunflower seeds instead or something else like that. And yeah, I added some avocado, and this was good. I didn't love it, and I think the problem was the dressing. I just like a tangier dressing than this, so I think this would be a good salad to make again, but with more of a tangy dressing. That is going to be a wrap on this week's video. Thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on it. It was a really fun video to film, and I really enjoyed making all of the recipes this week, even if they all weren't my new favorites, but I always learn something from recipes, whether I like them in the end or not. I usually learn some new technique, a new flavor combination, maybe just how to salt something better. So even if you make something that you think is a Pinterest fail, you still learn from it, I'm sure. And you might have learned how to pick recipes better in the future, because it kind of is an art, unfortunately. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear what you thought of this week's video. If you would like to see another Pinterest meal plan in the future, I would love to do another one. I think this was just a really fun concept. So yes, I will see you guys soon. I hope you have a wonderful week of cooking ahead of you.